Good morning, everyone. I'm Susan Rounds, the proud interim CEO of the American Red Cross here in Greater New York. I am so thrilled today to be able to present the Life-Saving Award to an employee of 14th Street Y, Paul Miller, who is truly a hero. First, I want to share a few words about the American Red Cross. Our mission is to alleviate human suffering in the face of an emergency. We do this through 5 lines of service: our disaster services, service to armed forces, international services, biomedical services, and training services. It is through our training services department that we train millions of people across the country every year in life-saving skills, including CPR, first aid, lifeguarding, and babysitting. Paul Miller completed his first aid CPR AED training on January 15, 2024 through Red Cross training provider Aquatic Solutions, a partner of the American Red Cross. Just 4 days later, he called on his American Red Cross training to save the life of a Y patriot, Dominic, who's with us today. For his heroic and life-saving action, Paul will today receive the American Red Cross Life-Saving Award for Professional Responders. The Life-Saving Award for Professional Responders is the highest award given by the Red Cross to individuals who are trained professional responders acting while on duty to save a life or sustain a life using skills learned in a Red Cross training. This is one of the oldest honors the Red Cross bestows, dating back to 1911. Dominic, Paul, please join me so I can present, and you can help me present Paul his award. And I'm going to then ask Paul to share his story about what happened that day.
Shoots.
I'm going to pull these pages off the turtle.
Then he just. It's so much.
Can we get one photo before you start? Great.
Wait. Thank you so much.
Please head away.
So just go off into what happened.
Tell us about what.
So it was my third shift here at the 14th Street Y, and one of the security guards on duty had run into the gym, which is downstairs on the first floor, and let me know someone collapsed up in the gymnasium, which is on the second floor. The women on staff, who unfortunately had not been certified CPR yet, they were upstairs trying to keep comfortable. They weren't sure what to do. So I ran upstairs, and luckily 4 days prior, had completed my CPR training, in which just became a second nature at that point with the adrenaline that was going on. I really didn't have time to think. The man standing here next to me was in and out of consciousness and also turning blue. So at that point, I checked all of his vitals. He was decreasing. And that's at that point when I directed one of the ladies on staff to running at the AED machine. And one of the other ladies I told to run next door to get the fire department, because I knew it was going to take a little bit longer for EMS to get there. Once they had 911 on the phone, I followed the operations of 911 in reference to listening to what they were telling me to do. When they told me to put him on his side, he stopped breathing completely, so I put him back on his back. And at that point, when all the color came out of his eyes, that was when I knew that I had to start performing CPR and getting some kind of oxygen flowing through his bloodstream. I continued to perform CPR. At the point in which he stopped breathing, I then gave him mouth to mouth to start getting oxygen within the blood circulation. And about 4 minutes into it is when the first fire department member came into the ring. They had all their equipment with them, and they tapped me out in order to continue CPR. Dominic over here. Yeah, it was an interesting, it was an interesting thing that had happened. But I guess that's what you do when you have to do it.
Thank you so much. I want to also acknowledge that our partners from Aquatic Solutions are here today.
Yes, thank you guys very much. I forget the name of the woman, the instructor on my day, which was Martin Luther King. I happened to be off from work and decided to take it on that day after they kind of pushed me to make sure I get CPR certified. So everything kind of lined up to think. It was just very interesting how everything had lined up. So I want to thank your instructors. She did an amazing job. I forget her name off the top of my head, but she was absolutely wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for an amazing job utilizing the American Red Cross skills and techniques to the best possible outbound. Sir, I want to joke your hand, and it's wonderful, and we are so proud that you chose us to be your CPR first aid provider, and it's not just me, it's my team, Rosalia, Zach, Gabby, Tyler, Oscar, Theo, everyone who works day and night to try to put the best training out to everybody is that, if it's a need presents itself, that we will respond immediately, effectively, and would be a success to achieve this. And so thank you.
Thank you, Rector. Dominic, would you like to say?
Bill.
Yeah, would you remember? I did certainly understand.
This is the first time you had them. It's officially. And the first time I'm hearing the details because I don't remember it. I lost 2 weeks of memory. After that night, I don't even remember going to the Y and playing music. And 2 weeks afterwards, I was in the hospital. And these are like the first details. I hear bits and pieces, but I can't thank you enough. How do you take some? I don't know.
You're here, that's all.
I'm here.
You're here, that's all about.
Enjoy your life. That's the grand.
Actually, great looking. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. And thank you for putting all of your training in
Thank you very much.
Hi.